Hello guys and welcome to a new video on my YouTube channel. Today I want to start a new video series because many of you guys asked me about tips and tricks in badminton. So I thought about a direct way to help you with that, and I came up with the idea to react to your badminton matches and give you tips and my thoughts on it so that you can bring your badminton to the next level. I will call the video series I react to my followers' badminton content, I think. Something in that direction. I hope you guys enjoy this new video series. You can leave feedback down in the comment section below. The first video I'm going to react to is from Frederik Wind Jorgensen. And now you know his name. He's one of my followers. And now I'm going to react to a video called the Semi-Final Harderslav Yonex Cup. Probably I pronounced that wrong, excuse me. It's from 3 months ago, I think. 8/10/2018, yeah, about 3 months ago. Yeah, I'm gonna put my headphones in to hear some sound and start reacting to it. Nice attack with a nice follow-up. I like that. It's always important to take your chances. Also, by the way guys, in case you don't know it, I showed you a picture of it right now. I showed you before his Instagram page. The guy I'm going to react to is Frederik Wind Jorgensen, and he is that guy with a blue shirt who's going to serve now, so that you guys know that. Moving on. I'm going to have to pause the video here real quick. This in that rally was wrong. Let's see if I can do it in slow motion here. The way you move back to the backcourt. Here. You see that? Your legs right here are turned sideways, and you're not supposed to do that. Whenever you play a shot, as a badminton player, you always want to move your body weight, your center in front. You don't want to lay back like that. You always want to have the momentum to the front, meaning that you shouldn't lay back that much when you're playing the shots, so that you regain your balance. When you're late at the shuttle and late, you know, laying back, then after the shot immediately putting your weight in front so that you have a movement to the middle of the court again, because if you don't do that, you lose your balance in the back court, and then you are less likely to be able to get early to the next shot, and you don't want that. You want to be always in balance and to receive the shots from the opponent as good as possible. So don't lay back and don't do this turnaround thing what you did right here. Gonna replay it real quick so that you know what I mean. The first one was good, and now the next one. Don't do that. Even if it was because you wanted to look if the shot is out, you can do that without having to turn around that much. If your opponent would have smashed here cross court, I guarantee you would have lost the rally because you were out of balance. There are better ways to look if the shot is out instead of completely turning around after the movement. Because as you can see right here, you place a clear normally with the correct movement and then you turn around. There's no need to. Don't do that. You can check if the shuttle was out when you're already sideways to the shuttle, but not when you're doing the movement where you do the split step and then the leg which was behind goes to the front. With that movement you're not supposed to do that, so that you know that. Moving on. What I noticed that your defensive shot quality is not that good. It's way too high. Your opponent has too much time, so I think you need to work on your defense. At the end of the video I'm going to summarize everything what I said and criticized on your game, so that you know what you have to work on, and I'm also going to give you some example of exercises which I think would be good for you to improve that weaknesses or that parts in your game which can be better. So I'm going to first just point out which things I think you have to improve, and at the end of the video I'm going to summarize everything I said and give you exercises, and if I have, I will always show you a video footage of me doing that exercise, if I have it. If not, I'm just going to explain it with words. That being said, moving on. Yeah, because the shot quality wasn't good enough, you lost that rally right here. Your opponent was too early at the shuttle. Also, you have to work on your net play. This shot was way too high. Another thing apart of that you have to practice your net play so that your opponent isn't able to do that is to know when you have to cover the net and when not. Like obviously in this rally right here you played a bad net shot, but you still committed to the net, because when your opponent pushed to the backboard it was immediately point. See how much you are committed to the net. When you're playing a bad shot or when you play a net shot with bad quality, you always have to put in your mind, oh, I played a bad net shot, so I have to get ready to cover the back of the court. That doesn't mean, of course, that you immediately run away to the back of the court when you played the shot, because your opponent can see that and then just play a net shot back at the net. So what I mean by focusing on covering the back of the area is that when you already have in your mind, oh, my net shot was bad, probably my opponent will use that opportunity to push me to the back of the court. By meaning that, I mean that you get ready with your body, because if you know that that is likely to happen, you're way faster in your movement back to the court. Also, what I mean by not committing too much to the net if your net shot quality was bad is that you take a little step back already to the middle. Not a huge, but a little. That you do a little jump back to the middle. On the other hand, if you play a good net shot, I want you to cover the net. Because if you do a good net shot of great quality, your opponent, even if he plays back at the net, you can probably immediately kill it. And if he wants to play at the back of the court, because of the great net shot quality, he probably has to lift from very down of the net, which means that you will have time to get to the backcourt area anyway, so that doesn't matter to you, because he has to get very low and then lift very high, which will give you more than enough time, even if you are covering at the net. But it's important, if you have a good quality net shot, that you cover the net. On the other side, just like I explained, if you play a bad net shot, cover the backcourt. By already putting your weight a little bit on the back so that you can immediately do a split step and start fast to the backcourt. Okay, let's move on. I have to pause the video here again. I liked the quality of the defense, but you defended wrong. You didn't move at all you did was just put the racket there without moving anything. You lose a lot of control by doing that, and you're not supposed to do that, and it's not very stable, that defense. I would suggest that you work on your defensive capabilities, meaning not just that you improve your quality shots in overall, but also the way that you defend. That's not a proper way to defend against the shuttle. To give you an idea, I'm just gonna replay that rally right now again to show you guys how you're not supposed to defend. And what I mean by that he just puts the racket out without moving. So let's have a look in slow motion again here. This right here, I mean small lunge, yes, but the racket is way too out. I would have made a bigger lunge with the left leg so that you have more stability, because this is not a very stable position to defend. Because as a badminton player, you always want to maintain that balance, that you have perfect reach to the shuttle and be very stable in court. Next time, don't just put your racket out there, also move a little bit with your body to have more stability when you play the shot. Do a bigger lunge with the left leg. To give you a better idea on how I want you to do it, I'm going to show you now a small clip on how I defend. So I think I made it now very clear what I mean. Let's get on with the reaction. Yeah, okay, lift was too short. Wasn't on purpose obviously, but that made you lose the point. In general, a tip for you guys, the length of the shot is very, very important, especially for defending against smashes or attacking shots in general, because the shorter the lift, the more dangerous your opponent gets, because he gets a better angle. The shuttle doesn't have such a long way to travel as it would have when it's really at the back line of the court. So that means that you always should be cautious to have a perfect length of the shots to the backcourt area. Otherwise you will put yourself under tremendous pressure, just as shown in this rally here. Lift is too short, immediately gets punished. So take care of your length of the shots. In general guys, also a great tip for you. People like Lin Dan and Chen Long with legendary defensive skills, they have such a great defense, yes, but key part of that defense is that they most of the time have a great length in the shots to the backcourt area. It's really hard to do that, but if you master it, you will be able to have a great defense. Makes sense, right? The more time you have, the better you defend. Moving on with the clip. Oh, I don't like that. You played an easy mistake and immediately you get annoyed about yourself. The smash was outside, yeah, that happens. It was a good idea to put some aggression in your rally, but I don't like the reaction afterwards, after you did the mistake. You immediately turn around from your opponent, get annoyed, punch yourself a little with your racket. Even do the typical thing of a badminton player that they do, is this shadow movement, you know? Like, oh, how could I miss that shot? It's so easy, like this. I mean, mistakes happen all the time, so it doesn't help you to get annoyed over it. If you get annoyed over your own mistakes, you lose focus and are more likely to lose the next rally because of the loss of your focus. So it doesn't help you. When you did the stupid mistake, it's already in the past, so just move on. Focus on the next rally that you want to win, and don't focus on the past mistake because that could affect you in the next rally. And I'm pretty sure that you are more likely to lose the next rally than your opponent because your opponent is focused in his mind and you're still struggling with the last rally. Let's see if you lose the next rally or not. Well, what did I tell you? You lost the next rally again with the mistake. That could definitely have been because of the loss of your focus. That could also have been a normal mistake, but just to give you an example what the outcome could be. So to me it looks like that you're a bit in your mind, a bit confused. Things are not going your way. You're still angry about the past mistake and now you made another one. And it's important that you now be like, whatever, I have to move on. Because if you're beginning to be in this thinking like, oh, I did the stupid mistakes, man, things are not going my way, you will continue to do that and it doesn't help you, it gets you nowhere. You will make the opponent a much, much greater opponent than he actually is because you will put yourself into trouble and you don't want that. There's no need to put yourself into trouble without necessity. Your mind has to be focused. Stupid mistakes happen, just like I said, but focus on the next rally and don't get distracted. I'm pretty sure that mental aspect can help you a lot. If you are just okay with yourself doing mistakes, having bad days, doing mistakes, these things happen to all of us. So Frederick, I hope you have that mentality and for your future matches, because I think that's also something you could work on that definitely helps. I think you would not have lost that rally if you would have been focused.
Søren, du lavede en fejl.
Søren, hvordan du fandt det så?
Shit, den kører ham også.
You moved your opponent well around the court, but I think you could have won that rally if you would have played a winner before that. Like, you had multiple chances to end the rally. To show you the moments of the rally where you could have finished the rally with a nice smash, I'm going to come soon. But first I'm going to point out the same mistake you did earlier with your defense. Let's have a look at it in slow motion. Right here. You're standing sideways to the shuttle, not like I'm facing right here towards to you. You're not standing with parallel legs. In the middle, you want to stand like that when you're defending. You don't want to stand like that or like that. You want to stay with your legs parallel, if you know what I mean. So that you're able to defend with the best balance possible. I think I'm just gonna show you a quick clip of a defense of mine, so that you get what I mean. Okay, now that you have seen my clip of defending, let's have a look at your clip and you will probably know what I mean and what I think is wrong with your defense. See, totally out of balance. Let's have a look at it again. You defend. Then comes your opponent's attack, but instead of moving with quick steps to the middle, you turn sideways. Although you could see that your opponent is jumping and will attack, you are not moving fast to the middle with parallel legs. Instead of that, you just stand sideways, which is not the way you're supposed to do it. Here, no balance at all, and you lose the rally of it, because it's obvious when you are squatting without moving your leg or so, you have totally no balance or feeling in defending when you're just putting your racket out without using your legs enough. That's what I already criticized in a rally before, where you defended against a smash. You have to use your body as well. Don't just put your racket out, also use your body. The body is very important. Your legs give you stability. You won't be able to defend well against opponents' attacks if you don't use your body and your legs well. What I mean with body is your legs. You have to use your legs. Move to the shuttle. Don't just put the racket out there. Don't do that. Just standing here and then defending like that. You have to use your body. The shuttle comes and you move. It's true that the racket comes a split second first, but your legs have to react automatically. Like, here's the shuttle, there's the shuttle. Not, here's the shuttle, there's the shuttle. I think you get what I mean. What I mean by using your legs is this. As you probably saw in that footage, I used my legs to defend against the smash. I did not put out only my racket. That's definitely a thing you need to work on. That will definitely improve your defense for future matches. So work on your defense and learn to use your legs. Chen Long, who has arguably the best defense in the world, was known as the Great Wall of China. And guess what? He has massive legs. He wouldn't have massive legs and have a great defense if he doesn't need them to defend. His game is based off his great defensive skills, and he needs that great leg muscles to defend. That just makes it even more clear that you need your legs to defend well. Move yourself, move your legs. Okay, I think I made that very clear. Moving on. By the way, something positive, I like the angle you filmed with the match. You can see everything clear, the movements and so on, perfect.
Yeah. The original will be seen.
Again, you committed too much to the net because your net shot wasn't good enough, and you completely lost the rally because of your loss of balance in the backcourt area. Like, you play the net shot right here, commit way too much to the net, and your opponent is already standing at the net. That's one plus point why you shouldn't do that. If your opponent is already at the net, it has to be an awesome net shot, otherwise you will put yourself into trouble. Like, here you defend, then you defend from the smash, and your opponent is at the net, playing the block you played when you defended against the smash back at the net. Just check where he's standing. He's already at the net. Like, he could even kill your net shot if it was slightly higher. Means that here, right here, you should have pushed your opponent. Your opponent is already standing at the net. Why should you play again to the net? Just push your opponent. You are already early at the shuttle. Just use your racket with loose grip, retightening, and push your opponent with a quick movement to the backcourt area. That could even have been a winner because your opponent is so much at the net and standing at the front court. I think it would have been perfect if you just would have pushed him to the backcourt area to his forehand side. Another thing I think you need to work on is your quick movement to the backcourt area. You have a lot of trouble when your opponent pushes you to the backcourt area, meaning that you should definitely work on that. That even if you are under pressure, that you get out of it and not immediately lose the rally because you're so under pressure that your shot quality gets so low, that the clears get so short that your opponent is in such a good position to finish off the rally with a smash. You need to learn to have better solutions. Be quick at the shuttle, and even if you are bad and out of balance, your clear has to be powerful enough so that you gain enough time to recover. Let's have a look at the rally right here. You get pushed, and your clear is way too short. It's not even to the backcourt area. Again, this is caused because you committed too much to the net, but still you have to be way quicker when you move to the backcourt. So just practice it with split step and fast to the backcourt area. This will definitely improve your game, because obviously you have a lot of trouble with opponents pushing you to the backcourt area. I'm just gonna give you an example now how to move quick on court with the court movement right here. That's how you should do it. And to make clear, guys, I'm just giving these examples to help you guys with your game. I'm not trying to make myself look good, like being arrogant and saying, oh, I'm doing this so much better, I'm awesome, whatever. It's just my honest opinion and thoughts so that you can bring your badminton to the next level, that I can teach you some knowledge, what I've experienced in my badminton career and so on, which some of you guys can definitely benefit on, I think. I hope I made that clear. It's just to help you guys, not to finish you like making you look bad or you're trash or something. That's not my intention at all. I think the main point why you lost that rally is because you committed too much to the net. You should have already had the focus on the back of the court. That way your opponent would not have had a chance to push you, and instead of playing a net shot, you should have just pushed your opponent so that you don't even have to make yourself ready to cover the backcourt area, because the opponent doesn't get the chance to push you because you played him at the backcourt. Another great tip I think I can give you is, if you have trouble getting pushed from your opponent, push your opponent first. A very wise man said once, the best defense is offense. And that makes sense, right? As long as you are attacking, or your opponent can do is defend. Of course you shouldn't attack recklessly, but I think you get what I mean. Next rally. Okay, the shuttle was out, but that's what I meant. Great idea. Push your opponent. Obviously he had a lot of trouble with it. And it's a point. See? Direct point. In general, if you have trouble defending against the shots from your opponent, you should try to be more on the offensive side. If you know that you probably are going to lose the match if you're on the defensive side. Try to attack yourself first and create opportunities by putting your opponent under pressure. Probably your coach will also say that. I bet all my money on it that your coach said push your opponent back to the court more. I bet. If he's a good coach, he will say that. Let's have a look if I'm right. Great clear lengths. Also, you moved your opponent well. Again, why? You did the same thing like the last time. There was no need to have a look if the shutter was out. I mean, you already played the shutter, so that doesn't help you. You can look if the shutter's out before hitting the shuttle, but afterwards it doesn't make sense. You just lose time to be ready for the next shuttle. Don't do that. Don't do this. Here again, you turn completely around, and if your opponent would have had taken the opportunity to smash, you would have had a hard time getting the shuttle. Well, he obviously smashed, but the smash wasn't placed enough. I mean a dangerous smash, not the smash to the middle where you're standing. Again, you're standing too much, in my opinion, sideways. You have to stand with parallel legs in the middle. The moment where you do the split step, that is the moment where you stand sideways. You don't stand already sideways before that to have an easier way to move to the backcourt area. You don't need to move your legs beforehand. You put yourself under pressure, because if the opponent plays a cross-court shot, you always have to move your legs first and reposition your legs, because you're standing in an awkward position which only covers the forehand side, really. Here it only covers the forehand area and the backhand area is completely exposed. You want to stay with parallel legs to be able to defend against both shots on both sides. Yeah. Perfect example right here. Yeah, okay, shot length was too short. Also, what I want you to practice is the quick movement to the backcourt area, but also the movement from the backcourt to the middle of the court again, because you are obviously too slow. If you would not have been so slow, you would have gotten the shuttle, but when you have a look at it in slow motion, you can clearly see that you have problems to reach the shuttle fast enough. because you are too slow in the middle. First of all, your clear is too short. So again, try to work on your length of the shots. And as well, your opponent is already about to hit the shuttle and you're not even standing in the middle. Like your opponent hits the shuttle right now you're standing in the middle. That's way too late. When your opponent hits the shuttle, you want to be already standing in the middle and do the split step to reach the shuttle first. You can't reach the shuttle good after your opponent smashed and then do the split step. You will be obviously late, and in this case you even lose the rally. So work on your movement from the backward area fast to the middle. You want to be waiting for your opponent. You don't want to be still moving when your opponent hits the shuttle. You want to be always waiting and being ready for the next shot. So try to be as quick as possible when you play a shot from the backward area in the middle, and then being relaxed. If you are moving relaxed and are still fast enough in the middle, like for example Li Shengwei, that's fine. But obviously that's not the case right here, so move quicker. Good aggression, I like that. But in general, I think you have to use more pushes in your game. You play way too much to the net. You also need to push your opponent to the backward area instead of playing all the time at the net. Just like here again in this rally. You play at the net. Wait, here. Your opponent plays to the net and you want to play to the net again. If your shot has great net quality, that's completely fine, but at the moment it doesn't, so it would have been more intelligent to push your opponent to the backward area. Until your net shot quality is better, try to be more the guy to push your opponent to the backward area instead of playing at the net. Because that puts you a lot of times into trouble. Also, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think you're defending on the backhand side often with a forehand grip, right? Because it looks a bit stiff and it looks like that. You can write down in the comment section down below if I'm correct with that. Because I think, at least in this rally, you're standing with a forehand grip and it looks to me like as if you're not changing your grip fast enough and then just put the racket with the forehand grip there, which you're not supposed to do. In case I'm true with that, try to work on switching your grips fast as well. Just watch my video how to switch grips fast. I gave at the end of the video a great exercise to practice that, and also some explanation which is important in order to change grips fast. I'm gonna put the link to the video down in the video description. In general, also, a lot of people get very stiff when they are defending, which you're not supposed to do. I did that for a long time as well, but trust me, if you're relaxed in your defense, you defend much better. When you reach the shuttle and defend, that's when you are stiff and hold the grip tight to defend from the shuttle. But until then, you are relaxed with your grip. Now you might be wondering, why should I have a loose grip? The answer is very simple. Loose grip puts you into the position that you are able to switch grips fast. You know? And if you're able to switch grips fast, you are more earlier at the shuttle. Instead of having a stiff grip, I'm with the forehand like, oh, I have the forehand grip, very stiff. Oh, he smashes at my backhand side. Now I have to change the grip. And you lose time. So if you have a loose grip, you can just change the grip very fast you will have an easier time defending. But of course, you won't have a loose grip the moment where you hit the shuttle from the opponent. The loose grip is just until your opponent smashes. Of course, you don't have a loose grip all the time, meaning that when you are defending from an opponent, that you have the loose grip just until your opponent smashes, because then you know to which grip you have to switch fast, and then you have a stiff grip to defend the shuttle. Because with a loose grip you won't have control. Just to make that clear. Moving on. Also, I just remembered that I wanted to show you where are the multiple chances to end off the rally. Before, I forgot that. I'm just gonna do that quickly. So let's check out the rally where I said that. Yeah, I think it was the rally after you got annoyed over your mistake. Gonna show you real quick what I meant when you could have finished off the rally. First, your opponent is an opponent which covers a lot one side. As you can see, when he's playing the shots, he commits a lot of to the side where he's playing at. He's really at the backhand side. So you could have probably already finished it off with a nice forehand cross-court smash. But that's not for 100% certain. That's also not what I meant with the multiple chances. I'm gonna come to that soon. But what I wanted to point out, and which is also the reason why I stopped the video right now, although it's not a 100% chance to finish off the rally, I wanted to point out that your smash quality is not good enough always. Like, your opponent has no trouble at all at defending from your smash, and you don't want that. Because jumping and smashing takes a lot of energy, and if you do that you want to trouble your opponent and not your opponent troubling you with his defense. Like, your opponent isn't supposed to defend that high. If you take a look at the rally, he's defending from the shot very high, meaning that you have smashed with a bad angle and that you have to work on that. So I suggest that you also work on your China jump forehand smashes and also the China jump forehand smashes from both sides, from the forehand rear corner and from the backhand rear corner. If you are able to do good smashes with China jumps, I promise you your attacking game will get much better. Like in this rally, if you would have been able to play a good China jump smash and have the abilities to play a good China jump smash, you already could have finished off the rally. Yeah guys, I finally found the rally. It's this one, where I pointed out that you shouldn't defend like that. Now I'm going to show you the chances you had to finish off the rally so that you get an idea why you could have won the rally earlier without losing it.
Shit, den kører ham også.
Right here, your opponent is committing so much to the forehand side. If you would have done a China jump forehand stick smash or full smash, it doesn't matter, just a smash and an attacking shot to his backhand side with the jump cross court, it would have been a winner 100%. Like, whenever you see an opponent commit so much to one side, which you can see right here, he is not in the middle, he is already standing, that in badminton terms, not really near the middle. So he's opening up this huge space right here. So you had the chance to finish off the rally with a quick China jump forehand smash from your backhand side cross court. It doesn't matter stick smash or full smash or half smash. It would have been a winner. In case you are struggling to do China jump forehand smashes and need a bit of technique helps, then just DM me on Instagram. I also made a video about China jump stick smash practice, I think. If you're struggling to do stick smashes also, you can check out the video where I have some footage where I do stick smashes I'm gonna put the link to the video where I did China jump stick smashes from the backhand side down in the video description below as well. Also, I'm gonna do soon a video about how to do a stick smash. Essentially, stick smash is already a much advanced technique, so I don't think you need that in your game at the moment. I think you need to work more on your basics. So I would advise you first to practice the normal China jump, full and half smash. Half smash is just like the name, a smash with half power. So first practice the China jump smash. If you're able to do the normal smash, then it just makes sense to practice the stick smash. Yeah, just practice the normal smash first. The China jump, forehand normal smash, I mean. With that smash it would also have been a winner to smash here on his backhand side cross court. That's the first opportunity to end the rally. There you decided to play a clear. Now you already moved him really good. You had the net, play cross court. Now again you had the chance to smash cross court with the China jump from your forehand rear corner to his forehand side cross court. Because as you can see here, he's so much out of balance. It gets obvious when you put it in slow motion. Here, he plays a net shot. He's so much out of balance. He could have just smashed cross court. He's committed very much to one side, just like before. A cross court shot would have been a winner. So, but instead you decide to play a clear, which brings him back to the game and gives him enough time to recover. And here's the third chance. That's why I said multiple chances to finish off the rally. Right here, perfect opportunity for a China jump. Forehand, cross court smash to his backhand side again. The place to your backhand side is completely out of balance, which again gets obvious when you play it in slow motion here. After your net shot, you literally just had to smash cross court, or just a fast-paced shot cross court. It would have been a winner. Perfect opportunity for a China jump, forehand cross court smash, just like I said. Instead you did the China jump clear instead of playing the smash. Yeah. Just to give you an idea, when you moved your opponent so many times and so well, there's no need to keep him moving, just finish off the rally. Because otherwise, your opponent will recover and the longer the rally goes, the less chances you will have to finish him off. If he keeps recovering, he will start attacking you instead of you attacking him like before and putting him under pressure. He will put you under pressure and eventually you will lose the rally. Perfect example is this rally. You end up losing the rally, which you didn't have to. Okay. I think I could criticize a couple of other things, but after all you have limited time to train, and I think I already gave you a lot of tips and that's enough to train for a couple of months. I would do it like I reacted now to your first match, and after a couple of months I can see your development, and maybe I do a reaction again to give you tips and advice if I think you still have to work on the same things, or if your training what you did improved these things, and if I think you can move on and practice other stuff. I think, just like I said, I'm going to summarize it now. So first, what I said, you have to work on your smash defense. A good exercise is just that you are standing alone, play a long lift, just serve long, have two people at the back of the court attacking and you have to defend, or you have just one person. If you have just one person, it's also fine. Then the person has to move as well, meaning that you play a long serve, the person you're playing with smashes, you defend, play a block, your opponent in training plays a block back to the net, and then you lift again and give him opportunities to attack. If you don't want, if your opponent is not supposed to move, it's also fine. You can just play clears perfect. It would be though with two persons. One at the front court, always playing back the block you play, and one at the back court, playing smashes. First, work on your smashes. Then next, second thing, work on your footwork fast to the backcourt area. It has to improve. You are struggling with it. Work on your footwork to the backcourt, just like I said. It needs to be much faster. Then, third point, work on your footwork back from the backcourt area to the middle of the court. That's also too slow. Fourth point, don't commit too much at the net. You have to learn to evaluate the situation. Was my net shot good enough or wasn't it? If your net shot was good enough, cover the net. Be ready to kill the net shot of your opponent, because you know that his net shot won't be of such great quality because of your great quality net shot. Then you cover the net. Second possibility, your net shot wasn't great. Then focus in your mind already, oh, my opponent will probably push me to the backcourt area because of my bad quality net shot. That means you already take a little step back, put your weight behind, and be ready to split step fast and move back to the backcourt area fast. But don't run before your opponent plays the shuttle. Of course, you just take a little step back and wait. Then, where are we at? 4 or 5? I think it doesn't matter. The next point is your net play. If your net play improves, you will have an easier time. Just have somebody with the shuttle ball and feed you with. And you are just standing there playing the shots. Just like I promised at the beginning, I'm going to show some footage of the exercises right now. Short for the things you should work on. First, a footage of me from defending from a smash. I already explained the exercise, how it's supposed to be. Now the next things are moving back to the backcourt area. I don't have any footage of exercises to practice that, but an exercise to practice it would be that you have a feeder, somebody plays at the net, you play back at the net, and then your feeder pushes you fast back to the court, and then you have to move quick to get the shuttle. And then you play the shuttle back at the net, your opponent plays again to the net, and you play back to the net and your opponent pushes you. I think you get the idea. Another great way to practice the movement to the backcourt area is shadow. I'm going to do soon a video also about shadow, but that being aside, let me explain. Shadow is just basically simulating rallies on the court without shuttle and without opponent. Meaning you just move on the court and focus on your split step and moving fast. Be as quick as possible. Also, what I forgot to mention, but I mentioned earlier before, stay parallel when you're defending. In my smash defense footage you saw that I was parallel, and I want you to do the same. Also, an important thing again to the defense is you use your left leg for a lunge to defend if the shuttle is near you, and if you're in trouble and late at the shuttle and have to save it, then do a big lunge with the right leg. What I mean here, short footage. First you saw the defense with the left leg and then the defense with the right leg. I already explained the situations when are you supposed to do these methods. Then an exercise next to what I criticized you should work on was committing to the net. There is no real exercise to practice to not commit to the net. It just has to come in your head to learn to evaluate the situations, to analyze the situations in the game, like was my net shot good, was my net shot not good, just like I explained before. And for the last thing I criticized, I also don't have a footage, but I think you don't need it. It's really self-explaining. Just have a guy with a shuttle roll feeding you shuttles at the net and you're just standing there practicing this movement with your racket. Alright guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I was first planning to do this video series for free, but as time progressed and I was editing the video, it took me actually more time than any other video I made. And it takes so much time and I'm so busy with my company, my training and then editing my other videos that it's too much effort to just do it for free. So as this was kind of stressing for me to do this video in between the other videos I do every month, I decided to do this video only paid, because after all I do this extra for you guys and I analyze your game, take extra time to watch your match, analyze it, film my reaction, edit it, and to give you extra personal tips focused on you. And yeah, it's too much to do for free in addition to my other videos. If you want me to analyze your game, it's no problem. I won't do it for free, just like I said. I will make it a very affordable price, which matches my effort. I am going to make it very cheap, so it's affordable for anyone who really wants that service. It's going to be 25 euros. That's almost literally nothing for a complete analysis and so on. That's like a coach would see you play and give you tips, and you already pay for a coach 30 euros per hour often for a private coach. So 25 euros, nothing. But after all, even if nobody wants me to analyze your game as a paid service, it's fine. I will have then less work and it's not stressing to produce these videos, and it was too stressing to put this analysis in between the other videos I make every month for you guys. So that's why I'm going to do it only as a paid service. I hope you guys understand. For those of you guys who still want me to analyze their game, even if it's for a little bit of money, you can just DM me on Instagram and tell me that you want me to analyze your game, and I'm going to send you my PayPal link where you can donate the money. And afterwards, in between 1 to 4 weeks, depending how busy I am, that depends of course if a tournament is near, if I have stuff to do for a company or editing other videos. So it will be roughly between 1 to 4 weeks, but I will make a very detailed analysis, of course. That being said, I also have a Patreon I created for you guys because you wanted me to do racket reviews and I don't have the financial possibilities to buy rackets every month to do a giveaway. So I would use the earnings from Patreon to first partly cover my travel expenses. My journeys are very expensive to international tournaments and I have to pay everything myself. And of course I would use the money for the racket reviews and giveaways. Besides that, as a Patreon you get special benefits. For example, access to all my matches before any other people see it. Like when I play a match, most of the time I upload the match the next day or after 2 days, and you can immediately see it after I played my match because I will immediately upload it on Patreon, for example. There are other nice benefits from becoming a patron, but that of course depends on which tier you have. You get different benefits. With that being said, see you guys in the next video. Take care.